Good evening and welcome to LRC's news, 19th June, the timeline. Justice E.V. Bhaskar Reddy of the Telangana High Court literally put the cats among the pigeons. He directed the HMDA and the GHMC to pay costs of 1 lakh each and two building realtors, Patel Engineering and another, of 2 lakhs each. The judge was dealing with two writ pleas filed by MS Rolling Hill House Owners Association and Satyaraju Venkateshwarlu and another. The petitioners are residents of uptown houses in a gated community based on sale deeds of 2004 when the gated community layout was given. They would contend that land of over 18.4 acres containing 101 villas was sold under the gated community project. About 8,833 square yards of amenities and 1,742 open space, lung space area was altered by a revised layout to the detriment of the residents, it is alleged by the petitioners. The judge found that the properties vested at one point in time with the civic authority, and the civic authority could not have returned the lands to the original owners, though it was the plea of the original owners that the total extent of land was still in balance. The judge imposed heavy costs on all the said four respondents. A two-judge panel of the Telangana High Court, comprising Justice Maushami Bhattacharya and Justice B.R. Madhusudan Rao, are hearing a habeas corpus writ petition filed by an aggrieved father who would complain that his wife and the maternal grand and his in-laws had forcibly taken away his three children from his custody. He would also say that this was illegal and the continued detention of the children with the maternal grandparents and the mother to his exclusion was unconstitutional. The state, on the other hand, would say that this was not a case for a habeas corpus because they knew where the children were. The detention was an outcome of a dispute between members of the family, a domestic dispute between the husband and the wife cannot be said to be an illegal possessor of the custody of her children. The court will continue to hear the matter after counters arrive from all parties. Justice Pula Karthik of the Telangana High Court is dealing with an interesting case as to whether a farmer is entitled to fell trees in private patta land. From Mancherial village, Bukia Tejia moved the court saying that the government has refused permission to him to fell 127 trees out of the 140 in his land. The petitioner would contend that this seriously affects his right to enjoy his property and that as a farmer he was entitled to fell the trees in his land and use the land in the manner he wants to. Whether the executive officer was carrying out the powers at political will and diktats or in accordance with law in constituting the temple trust of the Sri Ranganayaka temple in a tanda at Madgur Mandal is the subject matter of a writ plea entertained by Justice E.V. Venugopal. The judge is dealing with a writ plea filed by A. Venkatarama Rao, who would contend that he and his brother are inheritors of the founder member of the temple trust and therefore the executive officer was bound to appoint them on the trust board. He would complain that at the interference of local political heavyweights, they were being ignored and other persons were being appointed to the trust board. Justice Venugopal ordered status quo with regards to the said appointments. Justice Vijay Sen Reddy, refusing to conduct a roving inquiry into the manner in which a tender was offered in favor of one Vardhini Industries, in favor of one SS Industries, I beg your pardon, for procurement of hospital furniture. Wanted the government, particularly the Home Department, to ensure that there are specific guidelines and more transparency in bidding processes and procurement of furniture for government hospitals. Vardhini Industries moved the High Court, complaining that they were better bidders, their rates were less, they were an MSME, and in spite of all this, the government, ignoring them on multiple points, proceeded to give the job to SS Industries for a work worth more than 2 to 3 crores. The petitioner would contend that the whole idea was to encourage business from prisoners to ensure that they become self-dependent, and that the whole project given to SS Industries defeated the right. However, the official version on the matter by the Telangana State Medical Services and Infrastructure Development Corporation was to the contrary. They said A, that the government had followed all the procedures required. B, that SS Industries was acting in tandem with the prisoners. C, that the tender was done away with in view of the emergency during the COVID period, and they were empowered to do this because of the medical emergency at that point in time. This notwithstanding, Justice Vijay Sen Reddy said that a roving inquiry is not called for in a matter of this kind, but cautioned that such a situation can be avoided in the future if the government followed a more transparent process. Acknowledgements to Mani Sahib for helping me reach out to all of you, and goodbye with today's edition.